Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Satisfaction Saturday. We are so satisfied how God has been blessing and keeping us. You couldn't ask for anything better. Whenever God is on your side, that is better than anything else you can ask for. We find in Ezekiel 34, verses 1 through 16, how God begins to talk to the shepherds of Israel. He gives them this message. He says, prophesy against the shepherds, the leaders of Israel. Give them this message from the sovereign Lord. What sorrow awaits you, shepherd, who feed yourselves instead of your flock? Shouldn't shepherds feed their own sheep? You drink the milk, you wear the wool, you butcher the best animals, and you leave your flocks to starve. You have not taken care of the weak. This becomes an indictment for Israel's shepherds. He says, you're only looking out for yourselves and you're not taking care of the sheep as you were designed. You know, this text becomes a very prophetic word. Remember, Ezekiel is one of the prophets, the Old Testament prophets that talks about those in his day and also gives us a message for those of us in our day. He says in verse 5, so my sheep are scattered without a shepherd, and they are easily prey for the wild animals. They have wandered throughout the mountains, the hills, and everywhere because there are no shepherds who are listening to the Lord. Well, this becomes an indictment for all of us in our contemporary times. Are we leaving the sheep of God? Are we scattering them? Are we causing those who are part of a sheepfold to be in total disarray? Have we removed shepherds that they are not there to take care of their sheep? And we have allowed counterfeits to come in to take the people's money, to eat and have all the niceties, and the people, the sheep, find themselves wandering. There's an indictment that God says. He says, those who have abandoned my flock and have left them for wild animals. He says, and though you were my shepherds and you didn't search for my sheep that were lost, you took care of yourselves and you left the sheep to starve. Therefore, you shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I will consider these shepherds my enemies. God says the ones that I've called have turned on me. They have forgotten why I called them and what they're supposed to do. I hope and pray that all of us will read these words and do a self-examination. Am I being a good shepherd to take care of the flock that God has given to me? Or am I using it as a moment to get an advantage, to get a hand up, to get one more financial blessing, to get one more house, to get one more vehicle? But we must ask ourselves, are we doing what God called us to do? Are we keeping the sheep together, or are we scattering the flock? He says that I will find my sheep and I will rescue them. I will keep them safe, and I will give them shepherds that are after my heart, ones who will find the lost ones and those who have strayed and bring them back into the fold. Today, I hope that if you're sheep, that you will find yourself with a good shepherd, one who will take care of you. Jesus Christ is our good shepherd. He never scatters the sheep, but he brings them all into the sheepfold to let them know that they have safety and they will be protected. May God bless you and keep you. Always know you're exceedingly and abundantly blessed. And in this year of 2023, God has a blessing bigger and greater than you ever thought you would see. Join us tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, in-person worship where God's blessings never stop flowing. We'll see you in worship on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.